Yeah! Who
Not
dat?
gaining guys as much airtime as he thought, but
Yeah.
knows everybody ticked off that Favre didn't make it.
Yeah.
If I were to meet that man, I would say, retire for crying out loud. You're what, 40 years old? I mean,
Yeah.
last game you got everything beat out of you, and hey, your family's worried about you. I mean, seriously. And the Who saw the halftime show?
Woo!
Yeah. Where'd they find those guys? I mean, seriously.
Don't you make fun of the Who.
It's seriously. I mean, the music was good. Don't get me wrong. The Who does good music.
The Who!
But seriously, I mean, the only one that at least looked good was the singer. I mean, the drummer, I could not hear him playing over his shirt. His shirt. And the guitarist, or bass, or whatever he was playing, might be listening. But he had his shirt open. Who wants to look at a, 70-year-old man's flabby gray chest? Thank you, Abby. You meet a lot of interesting people in college, don't you? I find enough interesting people just on my own half of the dorm.
Woo!
Just on that back corner if you want to look.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, but I mean, I got a good roommate. He's a sweet guy. Always there if I need to talk to someone. He just has one little thing, though. He is all prepared up for what he and his friends call Z-Day. And that was the day when the zombies come up, and everybody's got a gun up and just start blowing everybody's brains out. My sweet mate, well, he's an artist, so I will swear, almost every night, he walks around on his hands in nothing but bike gloves, shorts, and his hat. Yes, but he's a good guy. I mean, I'm a writer myself, so if I ever end up writing comic books, I'd love to work with him. I mean, the man met Stan Lee a few months ago, so he's got to have some potential. There are a couple of guys down the hall. There's one we call Booney, short for Boonville, who came from a town that none of us ever heard of. Yeah, but he's a great guy.
That's right.
Always good. Plus, he got the Xbox, so we're always playing Rock Band.
Yeah.
The only thing we like about you.
I hate you.
His roommate Spencer, he's also a really good guy. He just gets really into his homework. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but being the guys, we all want to play poker almost every other night, and he's like, nope, got to do homework. But no, he's a good guy. Then there are a couple of other guys, but sorry guys, I forgot your names. You can put my throat in my sleep later, but those two over there,
Yeah.
they're interesting. They got a huge-ass TV in their room. You can't set up anything in there. They also work out a lot, so they always got to move everything around. I think that's part of the regiment, but I don't know. Then there are the girls of my dorm. Damn, I almost forgot. Sorry, guys. I forgot about Jackhammer and Jared.
The Rod.
Jackhammer's a great guy. The boy anyone asked, his real name is Patrick. Jackhammer's just his game tag, and we just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Jared, who lately everybody's been calling J-Rod, for reasons I have no idea.
The Rod.
The man will not shut up. He goes on and on and on. And I know there are those people who will talk and they'll have stuff to say. He's got nothing to say.
Where you at, Rod?
Now on to the girls. You got Abby, who's got to be like part nun to have to deal with all this craziness. There's Kate, who is half the craziness. And then there is Grace, who's about maybe an eighth. They fight like cats and dogs. And at the beginning, I was going to ask them when they would start dating. You know, off the track and all that.
Yeah.
But seriously, these people, they become like my second family. The brothers and sisters I never had. Or in some cases wanted.
Oh.
They're a good bunch of guys. Girls. Both. But still, nothing can replace your real family. I got a great family. Got parents who love me, even if they drive me absolutely bonkers. My mom says she and I act alike, so that's why we're always butting heads about this, that, and the other. And then there's my dad. Everybody says me and my dad look alike. We don't see it. I mean, I look at old pictures, and I guess I kind of look like him if I had an afro. Yes, my dad had an afro. While wearing a tux at a wedding. Not sure if it was his wedding or his buddy's, but... And then I got a little 14-year-old sister. She'll be turning 15.
Woo!
Gonna help her learn how to drive. All of you, I hope none of you live in Lee Summit, so just saying that. But she's a good student. I always say that she got the brains, I just got the muscle. But,
Yeah! Woo!
my mom is always saying, you could have been just as good in school if you tried. Who tried in high school? I mean, sure, I suppose I could have, but I mean, when are you going to use half of that stuff in the real world? Chemistry. I got like a C in that. Of course, the teacher didn't teach. It was just like notes, worksheets. I'm just going to sit back in the corner and listen to music. But I mean, and like in pre-calculus, unless you're going into construction or aeronautics or something where you're actually going to use it, when are you going to use pre-calculus? Yeah, I suppose so. Hang on, just one point. Don't worry about it, man. I'm a dog person, really. I don't like cats. I don't know if it's that or cats don't like me, but they always just kind of creep me out the way they look at you. Exactly. They creep me out. I guess when I would always go to a friend in the family's house, they'd have this cat that would just sit on the bed in the dark and look at me. His eyes glowing in the dark. It's like... Yeah. I'm a dog person. I've had a bunch of dogs in my life. I had a little dog, Isa, that I can't remember, but my parents told me stories about. Apparently once when I was maybe 2 years old, I actually tried to ride her like a horse.
Yeah.
Around and bit me. No, she was like a little terrier or something. Yeah. I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2 before I could remember, which doesn't really say much. I have a very bad memory, but like before anybody could remember at that age. I had 2 other dogs. My dad's dog was Fruit Loop. She was a sweet dog.
Fruit Loop.
Apparently she got that name because she used to eat Fruit Loops as a puppy. Whatever. But she was a great dog. When I was younger, whenever we wanted to play fetch, I just throw a ball out there. She'd be the one to get it. And then there was Lena, my mom's husky. Oh, she was a sweet, amazing dog. Apparently she once thought I was her puppy. And she would always like curl up around me when I was a baby. And one time when my grandma went to pick me up, she snapped at her. Lena did, not my grandma. Yeah. But they both got old, they both died, we got them buried over at my grandparents. Yeah, they were good dogs.
Why are we
The
laughing?
dog we had was a dog that my parents found on the side of a road one night with a collar that was on so tight it was cut into her neck. Could be. My sister named her, in case you're wondering. And seriously, who here would name their dog Cookie? Yes, of course you guys would. Yeah, but no, she was an amazing dog. Always full of energy, always barking like a storm. We kept her pinned up. That's because my mom did not want her on the carpet. I want her on the carpet. Keep the dog off the carpet. Get off the carpet. It wasn't because she peed or anything on the carpet. It's because she shed. My mom is a complete total neat freak. I mean, I'll have like maybe a few things out of place in my room. She'll be like, clean this room right now. And I'm a sloth. I'll admit it, I am a sloth. But we had to give her away to a friend, to a little girl that played on my sister's soccer team. We gave Cookie over to them because we were never around to take care of her or anything. We let her run around. But now we got 2 other dogs. We got Fergus, who's a Wheaton Terrier. Big dog, good dog. But he's a complete total chicken. And he hates it. Whenever I walk into a room, he just go, it just drives me nuts. And then we have Chico, a little silky poodle. That is half silken terrier, half poodle. Who came up with that mix? Who mixes a poodle with anything? But I'm getting the sign that I need to wrap this up, so well, I'll just get this up with my last bit. I work at a grocery store myself. It's a good store. It's called Hy-Vee. Anybody here know about it?
Yeah! I
I
mean...
don't have to lie. But anyway, it's a good store. Whenever someone's price wrong, I gotta stand around for 5 minutes while I send someone to go check on it, if someone's around. And then, you know those little kids that are always just screaming because they didn't get what they want. That's what I get out of here for about 4 to 6 hours every other day. But that's good. Well, I gotta wrap this up, so.
Yeah!